Welcome back to Active Sports TV, LAC News. And hey, we got another one, man. We got another one. The news is dropping. Boxing news is dropping. You know, Active got to be on top of it, man. As you see, I'm back in the lab. So, you know, I'm going to go ahead and catch you up on all of the current events, especially starting with boxing. Since we in the off season for now with the NBA and also in the off, starting to get into the season with the NFL, we going to pay attention to make boxing the priority. For now, it's a lot of heat coming out right now. A lot of things dropping. A lot of fights being made on all sides, man. From the PBC, for Turkey Al Sheik, Eddie Hearn in the mix. Bob Aaron in there, just got a card from Top Rank just about a few days ago. It's been action packed. It's been action packed, and it gets me excited. Active get excited every time I can go ahead and deliver this news. As you see in the title, man, we're gonna get right to it. We got a bout between Jarrett Hurd and we got it versus the Dominican Jeison Rosario, the banana. Yeah, you know what I mean? These guys was, making a claim to fame at 154. Jarrett Hurd, as you know, he was the unified champion at 154. Had a magnificent bout with Anzalari Lara. My boy Lara out of Cuba. Man, that was one of the best fights, man. In that time, in that year, and at that time, I think it was actually one of the top, if not made, fight of the year that year, if I'm not mistaken. But correct me in the comments. Jarrett Hurd, he's a machine in there. Dude throws a lot of punches. We already know. Likes to use his shoulder roll. Also take a lot of punishment. That's what resorted in him taking those L's. You know what I mean, and losing those bouts. He had an upsetting loss against Tony Harrison. He also had, a few hiccups along the road in the career, you know what I mean, along with his opponent, Jeison Rosario, the banana, well, Dominican Republic, star, you know what I mean, at 154. When he came, ringing bells, man. Jeison Rosario also became unified at 154 with fighting the great Julian Williams and upsetting him, you know what I mean, and taking those titles from the great Julian Williams to become unified at 154. As well as that time, Jamel Charlo was, conquering and collecting the belts as well after his comeback, upsetting loss to Tony Harrison as well. So, 154 has had a lot of back and forth action with these two guys being in the mix heavy. These two have been both unified champions at 154. Jeison Rosario, some of his, attributes and what he's best at is, crowding you, very, very explosive, a counter puncher, very powerful. Rosario is at times can be very relentless. But during his rising and him, holding on to those belts and doing what he needed to do at the time when he was the unified 154 champ, we seen that his flaws did get exposed when he did fight when Jamel and Rosario became had the bout to become undisputed at 154, which made Jamel undisputed at 154, which allowed Jamel to finally conquer all four belts and able to claim that and stamp that as the king at 154. Jeison Rosario and him was in a nice bout where Jamel pretty much dominated, but in that bout, you seen in the rounds where Jamel was touching the body, and really was getting to Jeison Rosario, and in that bout he ended up, falling out from a body punch, pretty much knocked out from a body punch, and there you have it. We had claimed a new undisputed champ in Jamel Charlo, and Jeison Rosario then went back to the drawing board and started to try to rise back to fame. During that, he had some more hiccups. He has one of his last bouts. He fought Erickson Lubin, also a great champion, a great up and coming champion that was hungry just like him, coming off of an upsetting loss when he challenged Jamel Charlo at the time for I believe his WBC championship, where he fell short in the first round, was completely knocked out. At that time we were dealing with a young, up and coming, rising star, Erickson Lubin. A lot of people was believing that he may be a little bit too green to step in there with Jamel. Jamel was warning him. I remember the build up for that fight. But Erickson Lubin, he tried to conquer it, tried to chase greatness. Fell short, and also been working his way back, and on his road to getting back to where he needed to be. Jeison Rosario was in the way of that. And in that fight, you've seen some of the common issues with Jeison Rosario come up, where Erickson Lubin ended up pretty much putting a few decent body punches on him, dropping them, and at that point, Rosario was just out of the fight. Mentally, was out of the fight. Once again, was pretty much knocked out with body blows. So that is his weakness. Is heavily noted within the boxing world. Just like similar to Keith Thurman, they say you hit him in the body. That's what you make him fold over. Well, Rosario, you hit him in the body, you'll make him quit. Jarrett Hurd has never been this body snatcher, but Jarrett Hurd has been unique in the ring, where he has an ability to adapt. The thing with Jarrett Hurd is he seems to invite a whole lot of punches. He seems to eat punches like a daily diet, and you can't accumulate that much punishment and it don't have some effect. Both of these fighters is in a must-win situation. Like I said, I gave you a brief, history lesson on both fighters, and how significant they were at 154, and how big of a bout this is going to be, an up and coming bout is going to be, because you got two former unified champions fighting, for their name, fighting to still be relevant, fighting to get back in the mix and try to chase one of these champions down and get the belt again. So very looking forward to it on Pro Box. It will be on Wednesday, man. It's a Wednesday night fight, on the 21st, which is tomorrow. You know what I mean? Y'all definitely go and check that out. We're going to get some good boxing over there, man. Like I said, my pre-fight breakdown, just to give it to you real brief and, right to it, I believe that Jarrett Hurd will eventually win this fight in the later rounds. I say round 10, round 11, due to accumulation of punches. Jeison Rosario just getting winded, getting tired. He has some fatigue issues, conditioning issues. That's something that I forgot to mention. And like I said, he has, getting touched on the body, the wear and tear on Rosario. He has quit in his, in his heart. You know what I mean? His mentality at times, when the tough get going, he go ahead and look for the way out. So Jarrett Hurd, I know he built for tough. I know that he willing to go all the way. Guns blazing. You're gonna have to put him out. Put my money on Jarrett Hurd. Looking for an action-packed bout. On to the rest of the show. Now, Getting into it, man. I already know everybody's looking forward to it, man. The Turkey Ala Sheik card, bro. It's action packed. Boy, let me tell you. Listen, they just went ahead and put it, an additional, you know, add on to the undercard, which will be Shakur Stevenson versus Joe Cornina. Cornina. Hopefully, I pronounced that right. I'm not really feeling that. Shakur, I was hoping for something a little bit more appetizing, something that was going to be a little bit more, what the fans want, based off the last two performances that you gave us. We were looking for you to be trying to gain some of us back, man. Like I said, still, a supporter of you, still a fan of you, but not locking the way you were. Y'all did this little semi build up talking about like Tank Davis, and y'all was in negotiations like y'all was about to get a fight done. That was the fight we wanted. If not that, we want Loma. If not that, we want Timo. If not that, you feel me? We just want a name. Like, this dude is coming off of a knockout defeat. Like, he's been knocked out. You know what I mean? Joe, whoever he is, sorry not to, get your name. I ain't trying to disrespect you, but at the end of the day, like, bro, we don't know who you is. I don't know who you is. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, Shakur, it was plenty of options out there. Like, you know, you could have rematched with Edwin De Los Santos. Um, Pet Bull, you know, nah, Pet Bull, that he, y'all could have made it, something down the line. You know what I mean? He didn't take too much damage. You know what I mean? In his last fight against Rayo, so I would have been, probably looking for more so like November, late November, December date with Isaac. You know what I mean? That should be easy to make. You know what I mean? He's now in a desperate, state where he ain't got his title anymore. That side of the street thing shouldn't matter. You know what I mean? And we all know a lot of these dudes is turning down fights with you. They definitely, are, ducking you like William Cepeda. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like, if you not ready, shit. Like, when you gonna be ready? Shakur ready. You know what I mean? Now I cannot knock Shakur and make it seem like Shakur is not trying to give us the fights. You know what I mean? I'm saying I don't like the fight in general because it's not something that I want as a fight fan. But I'm not knocking Shakur Stevenson, the boxer, for this. At the end of the day, he don't control the business side of this. I'm looking at, Top Rank. I'm looking at Eddie Hearn now that he's with the Zone, and I'm looking at, these handlers and why, they're choosing to go these routes when they have a plethora of other routes to take that's more satisfying to the boxing fan. Like I said, I gave you an example. Loma has not been busy. He doesn't have a fight day. That would be great, based off Devin Haney and the back and forth everybody had with him and Loma and Devin Haney. Some saying Loma won, some saying Devin Haney won. I'm a person on the side. Devin Haney won. That will be something great on your resume to catapult you, Shakur, to getting these dudes to stop running from you where they have to fight you. Also, shame on the sanctioning bodies, bro. Shame on the sanctioning bodies who is promoting ducking, who is allowing these duckers to get away. These St. Davises, these William Cepedas. You know what I mean? We got Tim Zhu. You got Sebastian Findor. Like, you got all of these different weight classes and all of these different belt holders with different promoters playing keep the belt hostage. You know what I mean? Keep the belt with our with our promotional company for the greater good of the company, and it's starving the fans out. It's not giving us nothing to chase. Why would we want to support these fights, spend our hard-earned money on these fights, pull up on these fights, go to these press conferences and cause all type of ruckus. You feel me? And it ain't even for nothing that we want. You know what I mean? It ain't nothing. How can you build something from nothing? You feel me? Like, this is getting out of hand. Thank God that Turkey Al Sheikh got a different mindset coming in the game, as all of these promoters should have, like working within each other, making sure y'all make the best possible matches to where y'all get the biggest pot, bro. It's about the money at the end of the day in the show. You ain't gonna get no big money and you ain't putting on no great shows. Period, point blank. You know what I mean? These in-house fights where these fighters is losing to, people that barely, fighters that people are barely hearing about. Just like, man, it's disgusting. That time, I can go on and on. That'll be another episode. In the future, we're gonna go ahead and continue to stay on topic with the up and coming fight card. You know what I mean? We got Shakur Stevenson fighting Joe Cordenas. And this guy's coming off a knockout defeat. Shakur is trying to stay busy. Nothing but a stay busy fight just to keep, our eyes on Shakur, see if he can get the job done. Now, listen, being that this is a soft touch Shakur, I got to keep it real with you. As, active sports do all the time. And y'all make sure y'all subscribe and like as we go, man. Make sure you subscribe and you like as we go. We bring you the content, bring you the news. From my perspective, man, definitely hit the like button, subscribe. Also, let a friend know, man. Get this pastime going. But hey, back on point, Shakur. This man coming off a knockout loss, right? You just had two subpar performance. And, fighting in Edwin De Los Santos and Artem. So, with this guy, I want to see something from when you were in the lighter weight divisions. I want to see complete dominance. I don't want no slick, not get hit, just avoid. He can't hit me and I'm pop shotting and I'm hitting him more than he hitting me. But we not seeing no noticeable damage. We not seeing the fighter, retreat. We not seeing, your punches accumulate damage for the most part. We're not saying knock him out. We just saying win in spectacular fashion. Be dominant. Let us start craving these fights, because at the end of the day, these dudes they're going to keep using this excuse to avoid you, because first of all, they're saying that you're not interesting enough. You're not worth the risk. Now you got to take that interesting part away from them and make these folks take the risk. The Tank Davises, you know what I mean, the Lomas, the Timos, Devin, you know what I mean, which I believe Devin will fight you. But at the end of the day, all of these guys, the women Cepedas, the duck he is. I mean, this dude been ducked for 2 years. Like, stop it. Moving on, man. On that stat card, we got the great Devin Haney. I like how Turkey moving, man. I like how Turkey moving. He's like, listen, I'm showing you that I'm all about the big fights. So I'm going to put the big name fighters on the undercard so you can see them work side by side with different opponents, because that's the end goal. You see what he doing? That's the end goal. That's how you marinate. You feel me? That's how you build. That's how you promote. Eddie Hearn, Bob Arum, Al Heyman, PBC Top Rank, DAZN. Y'all, man, bro, y'all fucking the game up. Come on, Turkey. Get it going, man. Get it doing. Show these dudes how to do it. We got a mandatory bout for Devin Haney's title versus Sandor Martin out of Spain. Sandor Martin. Hopefully I said his name right, bro. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Sandor Martin, the guy who came off an upsetting victory over the Mikey Garcia. Um, a guy who's giving everybody problems every time he stepped in the ring. Lost a couple of bouts that a lot of boxing fans like myself could have gave him the win. In a couple bouts I did, seem to favor him in bouts that he seemed to lost. So it is a great, comeback fight for Devin Haney. It's not a super easy touch. As far as him being an explosive, powerful puncher, that's something that Martin is just not. But he is a technical boxer. So it's definitely gonna make Devin think in there. It's definitely gonna have him, similar to a Lomo Chico fight. He's gonna have to use all of his athletic gifts, all of his boxing abilities, and boxing skills to be able to control uh, Sildor Martin, and control him throughout the bout. Um, I don't really see, Devin Haney knocking him out or Martin knocking him out. I just see this being a great boxing match where Devin Haney really display his talent and dominate for majority of the rounds, the 12 round bout that they have with one another. Um, it's gonna be action packed bout, man. I'm looking forward to it. It's just now that he came off of that robbery, that Ryan Garcia had cheated and basically tried to steal my boy, fame from him. You know what I mean? Ain't gonna work. You know what I mean? Devin Haney resume is far too impressive for something like that to put a stain on it. And just look at who he's going in the ring with after that. Like I said, no soft touch. He keeps the names coming. He's fighting all the fighters that other fighters are avoiding. I'm looking forward to it. Devin, man, get back in the ring on October 12th, along with Shakur Stevenson. Looking forward to these guys, putting it together, man, making an action-packed card. On to the main course, the main event, the fight we've been waiting years for, which we should have got earlier this year. The light heavyweight division, 175. You got Arthur Beterbiev versus Demetrius Bivol. This is going to be an action packed. Go get your popcorn. Gotta have your beers and get your fifths and have your lady looking the best, like, cause it's a fight party on October 12th for sure, for sure. You dig? Like I said, I just gave you the undercard. These two up and coming African American, champions. You know what I mean? On at the undefeated champions at that. Let me add. You know, displaying their talent against some of the best fighters in their divisions. And just building and marinating that fight. So now we get to see that, and then we get to get what we've been craving for years for Beterbiev versus Bivol. I'm glad, man. That's the only game. I don't think I can say. Um, who I got winning my pre-fight breakdown. First of all, let me give you a little history, man, of how this undisputed bout has came about. You had Arthur Beterbiev, who has been the belt holder of all three belts from the IBF to the he would also became the WBO and also the WBC champion. The longest belt he held uh, throughout his reign at 175, as I believe was the IBF when he had captured it in 2017. So this man has been champion since 2017, defending his title, against all comers like some of the opponents you may heard of, like Joe Smith Jr. and fighting some of the Keller Smiths and uh, you know, the John Pascals, these guys he's put everybody at 175 that came across Beterbiev in his way has been, you know, bulldozer and smashed over. You know what I mean? Um, the guy has a great resume. Um, the knockout ratio, damn near 100%. Um, Nothing more you can ask for out of a great champion. It's to finally see these guys get in the ring. Demetrius Bivol, as you know, his great defeat came over Canelo Alvarez. Also, he has a common opponent where he also defeated um, Joe Smith Jr. They also have, I believe, Caleb Flint, John Pascal on his resume, where he also defended his title. Um, you got you got with Benavides Marcus Brownie, um, Anthony Yard. Um, man, this guy has a resume that at 175 that just can't be touched. Um, you got Gilberto Morales. These he has great quality names, man. 175 has had a plethora of great fighters, great contenders, um, also champions, and these guys have reigned supreme through all of those fighters that I just named, on Arthur Benavidez uh, resume and Demetrius Bivol resume. These I'm looking forward to it. Bivol has won majority of his bouts. He has defended his WBA title, I believe 7 times, 8 times, and he's attempting to become undisputed against a a monster. You know what I mean? The hands of stone, the hands of stone. You know what I mean? Arthur Benavidez, man, I have to put my money on Arthur Benavidez. I'm just looking forward to an action-packed night of great boxing. Um, Whoever become undisputed, I really have no dog in that race. I just like that we finally getting the fights that we want. These fighters, even though it's been postponed and it's been, it's been a lot of politics in between, a lot of keeping the belts from each other. We finally found someone to get rid of all of that madness and give us the bout on October 12th. So, if you're a fight fan like I'm a fight man, you loving the boxing news that just dropped, man, go ahead and let me know in the comments. You already know. Let me know who you got winning in all of the bouts. What you most excited for. Put it in the comments, man. Let me know what's going on, man. Like I said, we're not going to hold you. This is Active Sports. Just bring you a little bit more of boxing news. And like I said, man, it's going to be an action-packed bout. I'm really looking forward to October 12th, as well as I'm looking forward to Wednesday, August 21st. Jarrett Hurd, Jeison Rosario. It's going to be a good one. Like I said, it's a must win for both fighters. We should get their best. I want you guys to go ahead and stay tuned. That bout will be on Pro Box. Go and check that out. And the up and coming card is going to be over in Saudi. With Benavidez and Bivol, with the two young killers. You know what I mean? The young up and rising superstars. Devin and Shakur Stevenson headlining the undercard. It should be great, man. So on that note, Active is up out of here, man. It's getting late, man. Please excuse the AC. I'm in California. It's hot in a mug out here. You feel me? I got to go ahead and keep that thing going. But hey, man, if you've been entertained and you like what I'm putting down for y'all, man, subscribe, like. It's Active Sports TV. I'm gonna bring you another one. We got another one dropping, man. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a separate episode with that tank, Rayo, Venezuela. I'm gonna give you my reaction to the news, and let you know how I feel about that. That's to be continued. But on that note, we up out of here, man. It's been fun. All my active maniacs, man, y'all stay tuned, man. I love y'all. Support me. It is not no me without y'all. Please, man, please subscribe, like, you know what I mean, and let everybody know that, hey, we doing it big over here. This is where you're going to have fun at. This is where you want to get your news at and stay current with all of the sports media at, you dig? So, hey, we out of here, man. Take care of your family. Love them hard, you feel me? Enjoy what life has for you. And we out of here. Active Sports TV. To the next one, y'all. Peace. Out of here.